Hey everyone, welcome to Sauce and welcome back to Stanley Parable. Now it's the real thing and I get a little screen that shows up on the bottom, on the middle bottom right that is more or less a copy of my screen, and I don't know what the hell this menu means. But when I turned off achievements, oh, okay, never mind, it's just like it appears on the top of my screen here but doesn't appear in the recording, except it appears on this screen as well, I think, so you can see it. Yeah, there you go. And I don't know why I keep getting this achievement. But anyway, let's go over, and I think I've said everything as I had said before. Everything should be fine. The end is never. The end is loading. Is that really loading? Okay. Kind of looks like it's taking a while. Kinda. Just kinda. Just saying, you know?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Oh no.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Didn't he get days
And
off?
although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy.
Okay. But am I happy?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Power went out.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What if I stayed right here? Oh Jesus, I'm fast. What if I stayed right here? I think it's a little too high. No. What if I stayed right here? Huh? Game? You know what? Never mind. Fine. There's nobody else. Does this guy have a mic? Oh no, it's a lamp. I don't have a lamp. What? Oh, I do have a lamp. It's over here. Okay. Never mind. Can I carry the mug? I hate I guess it takes says Mondays.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. I hate Mondays.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
This person's desk is just a pencil sharpener? Who farted? Oh. Let's not waste energy, boys. Have fallen? Who has fallen? How the mighty have fallen. Weekly oh, okay. This place is in total disarray as well. Username access. I can read. Can't make out what it says.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Don't mind. I don't mind. Oh, gee. Oh, okay. I can open and close that door. Not this one. 420. I hate Mondays. It's a leaf. Close the door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Why? Why? Can I enter
This
one?
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
This door?
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
goddammit.
just to admire it.
I just tossed my mouse across the keyboard, I guess. I was like, no! Screw this! And then just rage quit the game. Also, following instructions or directions is for champs. I mean, chumps.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Basically, can't do anything, can I?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Worth. Hashtag worth. Imagine all these.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Don't go blaming Stanley for this. Stanley did nothing wrong. He just wants to enjoy a room.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
What? Come on, game. Don't be like this. Narrator, I mean. What does it say here? Oh, it's a handwritten letter. Extended exposed Journal of Extended Exposee to Lounge? I don't think that says exposing. What is it about that place? The weeks I spent have been, have they? I can't really read this. It's kind of hard to read. Then I'll figure it out another time.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Do I have to? Can I just be like, nope, I want to go over here?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
It's
ago.
not lie. If you'd lie right now, stop. What's this? Construction yard? Blueprints? A calculator. I mean, I could try going back, but now I can't. Plus, there's obviously nothing in the meeting room. Oh, a key card. Damn. I'll have that. What's this? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. You will cause death. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Shut up, narrator.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
What do you want? Danger everywhere. Stupid self-closing doors. Am I supposed to feel creeped out by this? Because I don't really care, but the doors are dumb. You should stop closing themselves like that. It's just dumb and rude. Should be 3. Not stand on this side of fence.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, fine. I'll listen to you.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
That should be
You see that
capitalized.
I really have wanted you to be happy all this time. The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Wait.
And I think...
What's this Holly?
Well, I think I have a solution.
I mean...
Here, let me show
The hell
you.
is this Oh. It's like it's looping on itself. I suddenly am stuck in a loop. I guess I have no other way to go other than this dark pla
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Light. I want the light. What the hell is this?
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
What the hell? What the heck? What the frick frack? Well, that's kind of pretty, but what? What's this mind wash they're trying to pull on me, on Stanley? Poor Stanley. He's just trying to be like, hey, what the hell? And everyone's like, hey, you should listen to me and do what I say. And then it's like, he can't have his own opinions.
No, wait. Where are you going?
What is this cartoonish drawing on the walls? Someone tried to draw.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Oh no. Oh no, sir. You do not get to control me anymore. You voice. You don't care about...
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
You don't care about me. You care about yourself. You're happy. It doesn't matter if I'm happy. You're happy. What happens if I go back though? Oh, that door didn't... I mean, that's just a doorway. There's no actual door there, so it can't close. But I think that's the only thing I have to do. Or I can do anyway. This is still here.
Good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
I don't wanna. You bad person? Controller?
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
You trying to control
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
It's okay. I like committing Sudoku. Committing Sudoku is fun. We could even give it a fun Japanese name like Karoshi, the suicide, the common suicide of the overworked salaryman.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
No.
No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Absolutely.
No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
I don't mind going back. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna do some fancy flip tricks.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Jesus Christ. Can I do anything?
Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see. You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Yes, brainwash me, Daddy. I mean, what? What? Let's go on with the light show. Go away. The slideshow is not taking anywhere. Not going anywhere. Or we're not going anywhere.
No, perhaps not.
Just let me die.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
You might be.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
I see.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe I did. Maybe I did miss a memo. Where is the memo? Can I get a memo?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Because apparently if I go to the right, I end up killing myself.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Do not...
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, hold on. Meeting room, floor, 4XX, group, cabal, planning, RIP friends, meeting schedule, Mondays, weekly target, administration, marketing, Mondays, 451's private time, question marks. This box is too small. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Termination Tuesdays, office efficiency, legal, question mark, group 41, 46, IT department. We're broke Wednesday. Financial panic. Financial panic. Bosses inspection. 8 bird. Mergers. Ideas plus development. 43, 48. Pre-review of weekend review. Weekly review. Pranking. Floor 5 meeting. What to do about 433. Don't tell 432. I mean, don't tell 432 about meeting. Group 4X, 49X. Office party. Friday evening, afternoon. Late Friday. Targets. Push for funding for R&D of new coffee machine. Standalone graphs, not cost efficient. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Ongoing. Synergize papers. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire someone to fire the paper guy. Who moves my desk? Please keep the targets on the topic of blurred out. The future was yesterday. Tomorrow is now. What? Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Right next day's agenda. Reflect. Employee. Jim. Top secret. No, yeah. TPS report. No, and where did I get top secret? A bunch of charts. Bi-quarterly post review. We need more, less reviews. 402 plus 405 want to get rid of the dev sport portion in the primary review schedule. But I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to a teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net, some sort of child trap. Work harder, hard worker. Teenagers, size of demographic. Space between the teenagers, a lot of percentage. Throw something in the ideas bin. No more bins. Trash cans. Renaming of the idea bin. Firing of me. What's this? What do people want? Things. Happy feelings. Mike James, you are fired. Money. More money. Things. But with money to buy more things? Graphs. Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. The stock market is somewhere here. Colored in segment. Pie. Stripes. Requires more secondary research. Target demographic. Teenagers. What is hot? Profits. Question mark. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work every day. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Use slides to assure employees that everything okay. Make sure slides has lick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Number of slides on this slide. Charts and slides. To do. Synergize core value expenditures. Shift global market parade. Monetize free to play. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Yeah. Rate of increasing graphs per slide. Oh jeez. Please, no more charts. Please, I quit. The boss appreciation minute. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out and triplicate and return to your boss appreciation specialist. Solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, but more inclined towards conflict, unless you're the kind of person who initiates conflict, why did we hire you? Remember that it takes 2 people to... What are your dreams for the future? Tech radio, mitosis, plant life, pollution, less air, spring break, clear skin, comatose, lunch. I believe it'll be amazing work all the time, every day, with no expectation of promotion or recognition. Don't get fired. Help! I'm a post-it. Okay. I think I've seen everything then. That's amazing. There's a lot to unpack here, I guess. I wonder if there's something of an Easter egg behind it. Better safe than profits. Business club. 1. References are not all they're cracked up to be. I see. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
What do you mean there's nothing here? There's a broom. There's a broom. There can't be anything wrong with a broom.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
This is extremely predictable, I have to admit. Come on, narrator, start getting pissed off at me.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Sweet FA.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Narrator, you're too predictable and funny and easy to annoy. That's why.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it
also,
to find out.
Where the hell is Brian?
It didn't occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Come on. Where's Brian? I want to get Brian off the broom closet.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
The subtitles!
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
I'm addicted to drugs and hookers.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You
Oh
got
no.
to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
How very thoughtful of you.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
I'm worried.
He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer.
Why?
Making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
What if this new person doesn't want to step out into the hallway? Does he get even more mad? Okay, I don't think he's gonna get more mad. I think he's done.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Now I am the second player.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Can't open that. Ooh, lush. Lavish. What's this? Executive bathroom. Fancy. What's on this computer? Secretaries? The boss's secretary, I assume? What's that green paper there? Business time. Oh, it's a magazine. A pillow. A throw pillow, I guess. I don't know.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I do not know this. I don't know this.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Incredible.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Should I? Can I just hang out at this wine here? I don't even like wine that much. By that much, I mean at all. I don't like wine. Generator. I guess there's a dark corner here. We can even walk a little behind the crates. But there's nothing here, so that I can see. Link plus. Okay. Okay. Guess I advanced the storyline.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
What am I doing?
This question would not go unanswered for long.
What am I doing in job? Oh jeez. What am I doing in job? What is job? I just push buttons.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Sorry? Escape? Is that over there? Genoy. Rent offense. Mind Control Facility. What the heck? That's a lot of data. I guess I just have to push this button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Oh, jeez.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
This must be all the employees. Their faces, their eyes are their vision is being monitored, I guess. What does it say there? Employee observation protocol. Lots of protocols. I guess if you find the time to pause the video and read those, I don't know. I can't make out much of the word, many of the words. Cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom is an illusion. Where is Stanley's? What was Stanley's number again? It was 400 and something, right? But I can't see his... I don't remember.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
It does suck. I like how the people who are fired are still being monitored.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. What about this? Activate power cells. What's over here? What if I want to control people? 4. Okay. I don't know what that does. Oh, okay. There's a set of numbers here. Big red button. Can't push it. Or I can't seem to push it. Let's see, 3, 5. Is there a 3 somewhere? Oh, there it is. 3. I wonder if I do need to push them in order. Let me see if that does anything. You hear it? That sounds a little different than the other sound I got when I pushed them out of order. Sounds a bit happier, more upbeat, more successful. Maybe that's what it is. A gooder sound effect. Nope. That didn't sound good. What's that? Did this terminal have blue screen crash? Console disabled. What's this area here? I guess we'll never know. What's over here? Mind controls idle, waiting input. System power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yeah.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Done it already
I'm
before.
afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Oh.
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Oh.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside,
Sorry?
or I let it burn to a crisp.
What?
I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
Does
These
that mean
numbered buttons.
what?
No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
I don't really know.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's
Goodbye,
30
employee
seconds you have
47.
left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being
Goodbye.
blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Ooh. Super exploded. The end is never. Okay,
All
my
of his
office-
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
The office is decidedly
Stanley
different
decided
now.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Console bark? What? Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Okay. I have to activate the console. I don't have it enabled, I think. Or do I? Not doing anything. Let me try rebinding it, because I don't think it's doing anything. I guess I need to use a different thing to enable the console.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What if we play by your rules? Because apparently if we don't, I get exploded.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let's just speed along, huh?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Obviously the code is 1234. No? What the hell? What if
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything, Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another 2845.
Getting mad. Jeez. He's impatient.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
He's an impatient one, that narrator. Loading.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh boy. What was it? 427?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
425?
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom doesn't mean anything.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes, probably.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it
Say
monitored
fail.
and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Off. Or oof.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
It can't be over.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had
What
his
happened?
co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
No, I wanna find out everything. I wanna discover what's up.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Oh. Beat the game achievement I unlocked. Okay. But that's wrong. Yep. Doesn't even let me enjoy my happiness, my freedom. Takes me right back here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Can I not get the
Stanley went
quote-unquote
around touching every little thing in the office, but
whiteboard
it didn't make a single
ending
difference,
with this
nor
office?
did it advance the story in any way.
Doesn't seem like I can actually.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Rebel.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Where is this door? Where does this door go, I mean?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
So this is where, okay. Or I can take this elevator down. Seems more fun.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Yeah. Not that I can't go anywhere else.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Oh, god damn it. Now this game is gonna do that to me, isn't it?
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
What were you
It's
thinking?
clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh no. What's this car? I mean, truck. Oh, I get.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
No.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay. That's all?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't want to go to the meeting room anymore. It's boring. I want to go to the right. To the right.
Stanley... Wait, what?
What?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere,
I
or...
did nothing
Hold on.
of the sort.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh jeez, all the doors are open. Oh boy, oh man. What's over there? What's over here? It's a super lab maze. Why did I almost say lab? Oh, I guess I was trying to say labyrinth. Could be a labyrinth. Could be a maze. Everyone knows what you did. They're just holding back to let you torture yourself. No!
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Could I don't? Could I not?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What if I didn't? Could I don't? Oh, could I don't?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Oh, like the mug. Someone dropped his mug here. This place is a mess.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something.
This
The
is different.
story. Here it comes.
Nope, I'm stuck in a loop.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. No, but okay. What the hell? What the?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
It's a
I
story.
don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
I am the best at video game.
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
I put in a lot of work.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Please.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
That is pretty simple, I have to admit. Wait. That's not the right way. This is the right way. Oh, there's nothing here.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Okay, there's nothing there. So I guess I have to follow the line. Even though it's going in a different direction than the one we were used to going.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
What? What? Orienting. Crazy how nature do that.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Please. Please, help.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No, No, no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Probably not. Oh. I mean, might as well go back to the office.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh no. Am I supposed to? Oh, okay, the line
You know
goes.
what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Daring.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I believe you. My story is about a crocodile who jumps on a bunch of cookies flowing in the river. I don't know what you're
Oh,
talking about.
no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I like how it's copyrighted, I mean trademarked. Also, the line is drunk and should go home. Please? Yeah, go away, line.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that
You
leads
walk
here.
in a circle.
And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin.
What?
So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
What?
Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
You don't have to wait for a bit longer because this video is already too long, so let me see if I can save, if that is even possible to save the game. And let me see what happens if I try to load it. Alright. In that case, thanks for watching, thanks for seeing. This has been Sauce, and I'll see you next time on Stanley Parable. And don't worry, at some point I will go back to the other story where the nukes are going off, and I'm gonna see if I can. I'll see if I can figure out how to disarm everything, and advance that plot. But yeah, bye.